You introduce yourself for the record. Tell us your name and DOC number.
My name's Alan Case. My DOC is 441252.
Yes, sir. Okay, we have, for your information, Alan, we have your father, Mr. Denver Case, who has joined us by telephone, and he'll be speaking on your behalf at the appropriate time after we do the interview. Okay?
Yes,
So for the preliminaries, you are, Mr. Case, you're classified as a second felony offender. You were convicted of armed robbery and armed robbery use of a firearm. You originally had a 45-year sentence, I believe, and that was commuted by the governor to 25 years with parole eligibility after having served 20 years. So that's why we're here today. So your parole eligibility date was determined to be February 12th, 2023. Your good time date is February 16, 2027. Is that information correct?
yes, ma'am.
Your case this morning has been assigned to Mrs. Jackson. Would you answer her questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Case, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
Mr. Denver, we're speaking to Alan now. We'll call on you at the appropriate time.
You don't have to remain quiet, okay?
All right. You're 41
Yes, ma'am, I am.
and you served 20 years in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
So you were 20 or 21 when you committed this crime. Is that correct?
I was about a week or two away. I was 20, not 21.
Okay. Okay. Well, back in 2020, you appeared before the pardon board and you received a unanimous recommendation to the governor to commute your sentence 25 years with immediate parole eligibility. So obviously, in that interview back in 2020, you must have presented yourself very well and impress the board with the things that you had accomplished up until that time. What I'd like to ask you is, one, since having received the recommendation for commutation, have you had any disciplinary issues whatsoever since 2020?
No, ma'am.
And you have completed some programs since 2020, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
I show Living in Balance 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
Victim Awareness,
Yes, ma'am.
Age to Rage,
Yes, ma'am.
Pre-Release.
Yes, ma'am.
Did all of those in 2022, is that correct?
I did the reentry program in 2021, and I did the other programs in 2022.
He's calling the reentry program. That's the 100-hour pre-release, Ms. Jackson. Everybody here refers to it as reentry, but he's speaking of the 100-hour pre-release program.
Okay, okay. So what's your transition plan, Mr. Case, when you're released? Where do you plan to live? What do you plan to do for a living? Tell us basically about your transition plan.
I plan to go to the state of Mississippi and to be with my mom and dad at their house. I got several job offers lined up. The information I sent with my progress report, being Russian contracting and construction, has offered me an interview. And I have several more that have offered me a job if that doesn't go through. And I'm just gonna.
And where in Mississippi are your parents?
They're in Brookhaven.
I wasn't on the panel in 2020, but did the use of drugs or alcohol play a role in commission of the crime?
Alcohol did. Yes, ma'am.
So what's your plan to maintain your sobriety?
Oh, well, once I get outside and, I'm gonna go find me AA meetings to attend. I was thinking 2 or 3 a week, and find me a sponsor, somebody that can help me out if I have any troubles or issues with drinking.
Because I'll tell you, it's not unusual, even for people who've been in prison even longer than you have, who maintain sobriety in prison, once they get out, they find themselves repeating some of the same patterns with, as far as the substance use is concerned. And do you understand that this is something you're gonna have to deal with really for the rest of your life?
Yes, ma'am, I understand that.
Are you prepared to do that?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Gordon, is there anything you'd like to add about Mr. Case?
Ms. Jackson, his record speaks for itself. He's had lots of programming. He's had an excellent conduct record throughout his incarceration. No issue with any substance abuse during his incarceration. I've known him for a while, for the whole entire time he's been at David Wade, and he's been an instructor and a tutor in our OTEC carpentry program, and he does an excellent job in there. I tell you, I'm gonna hate to lose him as a tutor because he does such a wonderful job in there, and he has such good rapport with the staff that supervise that area, as well as the offenders that are students of his. So anyway, Case has done extremely well at this institution. He does have a residence plan. His interstate compact to Mississippi has been approved, and then he won't have any problem being employed, Miss Jackson. He's very employable. He'll probably have to turn down job offers if he wants to work. He'll be able to work. I don't think he'll have any problems in the free world. I think he's well adjusted, and I think his reentry plan is solid, and I think he'll be well in the state of Mississippi.
All right, thank you. Now, you know, we can arrange for you to keep him.
Well, I thought about that, Judge Jackson, but I tell you, he's really earned the, he really worked hard and earned this opportunity, so I'd hate to take that away from him.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Warden. This is Renata. That's all.
Right, thank you. Mr. Denver, we'd like to hear from you now, sir.
Well, I'm just making some good board, and I like take this opportunity to spend a few years with my son. I want to thank the board. I want to thank most of all the board. He hasn't grown to love him as a brother and father to him. He's been a mentor to him. And he deserves to get out, I believe. Not just as a dad, but he's a good boy. He's done his time. And he's got so much opportunity around here. People are going to be with him, going to give him a big lift up and going to support him. The contractor that's wanted to come to work for him right now is a real fine Christian man. Our pastor here, he recommended him. Contractor told me that's the kind of young man I would love to get on with. I said, well, thank you so much. He'll be coming on by the grace of God. So thank y'all so much for hearing this. Thank you from my heart. Those are Warden and his family. He's a great board. And I know y'all busy. Only thing I can say, y'all, is he's gonna be supervised strictly. You can believe me on that.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, Mr. Denver, we appreciate you taking the time to speak to us this morning.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate y'all. I know you got a lot on your heart, man. But he's great. I believe that with all my heart. He's gonna do good. That's our prayer.
Yes, sir. All right, Alan, is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote?
No, man, I'd just like to thank you for the opportunity to be here to show that over the years that I've changed and I'm ready to contribute to my family. Thank you.
All right, ready to vote, Mrs. Jackson?
All right, Mr. Case, my vote would be to grant your early release to the state compact to Mississippi. You have an outstanding institutional record, and you have extremely high grades from what you think you'll do well. Upon release, I would add that you should attend at least 2 AA or NA meetings duration of the supervision, but I would also suggest with the duration if you like. But that's my vote.
Ms.
Thank you.
White?
Ms. Case, my vote is to grant as well conditional to the Mississippi compact. You have an excellent work evaluation as a carpenter instructor, so you really impact lives going. I want to commend you for that. That's what you see, sir.
Thank you.
My vote, Alan, is the same to grant you parole. So good luck to you. You understand your conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Probably for the rest of your life.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.